Morning YouTube. Currently 6 o'clock in the morning, local time in Guadalajara, Mexico. I'm not taking it from my beard, I'm taking it from the back of my head. I'm putting it in right here. Try and get rid of this forehead. Go back to having a forehead. But yeah, day one, step one. Peace out. Halfway through, not gonna lie, I feel like shit. They've extracted all the hairs at the back of my head. And now they've brought me something to eat. Take a break, and then they're gonna reinsert them right there. I think I need to have some more drugs. Doctor's busy stabbing me in the head. How many times you got to stab me in the head?
For right now, I've been like 200.
Just 200 times?
Yeah.
And we have to do 2,800. Is that right?
Is that right?
Yes, you got good concentration.
Yeah, I have to count.
Okay. So I won't say no bad jokes to put them off. Okay, so here's the aftermath. After 8 hours, 9 hours under the knife. It looks pretty horrific. But the girls did a great job. The anaesthetic was the worst part. Gosh. They had to stab me in the back of the head about 25-30 times to put anaesthetic in there. Instead I've got a fat head. But yeah, this is one of the doctors over here. She responsible for doing this. Great job. Thank you.
It was a great job.
Morning. Day one after surgery. Woke up feeling shit. Head's all swollen up. First thing I've got to do is apply this spray. Thermal. This is just to keep the scabs fresh. I've got to look at the back of my head too. Oh, you can see right there. You know what I mean? Like, this is the area you really got to be concerned about, because that's the money shot right there. That's why you paid the money to move hair around from the back of your head. So it goes. It's going to be messy. I've got my blood towel here. It's got ice in it, so after I've finished doing this, I'm going to apply some ice to the swelling, just to try and I think my head's going to pop. It's like, I've got a big head, but it's not usually this big. Some may argue. Some may argue different. Alright, let's go. Try and do this in the Remember, when you're drying, it's extremely important not to touch. All the new follicles that are in there, because you might dislodge them. I dislodged one yesterday. I thought, oh, you know what, I might feel alright. I go for a walk out the hotel room. So I tried putting one of my hats on, opened up all the loops, tried sliding it on up, you know. Fucking MacGyver. didn't work. Knocked a graft out right here. I saw it in my nuts. Little graft. So the 2,828 grafts down to 2,227. Well, alright, well that's that area nice and moist. I'm supposed to do the back. Oh, okay now. Now, if I remember correctly, it said that this one you can dab dry. Fuck, all the information you told me yesterday. They must know that it won't run an all stick. Because I haven't copious amounts of drugs. And I'll go back today for more drugs. Can't say I can complain so much about that though. You know, if it helps the cause in the game. Right, so that's my little bag of ice. Going in this towel. By the way, the hotel that I'm staying in, I was giving it good reviews when I first got here, and it still is a nice hotel. But I called them for bottles of water. I drink lots of water, and even now I've had this done. It's even more important that I do water for all this swelling. I brought me 2 bottles of water. To last me the 3 days I'm here. Well, I also asked them for pillows. Didn't give me no pillows. Look at what I fucking did to the pillows though. This ain't good. And I got like what the doctors call diaper sheets. Right. So there's one pillow. And then somehow, so this is a diaper sheet here that they give me. Completely missed that. Fuck that pillow up. Tragic. See how this diaper sheet did. Oh, I kept that towel clean. Bingo. 1 out of 3. Good odds in a casino. Alright, day 1. Looking nasty. Pain's not great. I might be cheeky and ask the hotel for some more water. Alright, checking out. Well, as you can see here, I'm trying to give you a taste on how difficult it is trying to take care of this on a plane. I'm using my phone as a camera. I didn't want to have to get up and go to the bathroom every 15 minutes to do this. So that little small bottle they give me came in handy. Plus this headband as well, which doubles up as a towel. Quite genius really. But the swelling looks pretty minging. There's another guy behind me that's done the same thing. What a coincidence, eh? Cool. So I filled the cup about halfway with lukewarm water. Then I've got baby shampoo that I got from the clinic. Put a fair bit in there. Give it a shake. So now it's a bit frothy. You just gotta pour it. This is the second cleaning I've done on it. I did one yesterday before I left the hotel to go to the airport in Mexico. And this is the second one I'm doing like this. Shake up. Nothing rude about this. That's all. I'm just doing a job. Just do a light amount now, so I can kind of just let it sit there for a while. Yeah, and that's cleaning the front. Pretty easy really, isn't it? And for the back, I use the baby shampoo still, but I don't have to use this cup. Just a little bit, not too much. Gently put it on the back because it is still tender as fuck. And then I washed it off with old method numero uno, using the shower. But I'll do that again, like after I let a little bit of soap sit in this for a while. Yeah, so day 3, post-recovery. Something that has happened that I haven't found in any other videos that I researched about getting an hair transplant abroad. Or hair transplant in general. Post-surgery, my blood pressure went through the roof. All the way up until the end of day 2 yesterday. And when I say through the roof, I'm talking borderline stroke. I know you can have a stroke at, I think they say, if your systolic's 180 and your diastolic's 110, something like that. So upper number 180, lower number 1. I was 150 over 110, and quite a scary situation. But we'll talk more on that after I've cleaned up. Good morning YouTube. Day 4, hair transplant journey. Not a terrific past couple of days. It's been swelling, as you can see. We'll get all the mean jokes out of the way to begin with. You know, I've had ego being shouted from across the street by the mean kids. Sloth. You know, the occasional, hey you guys, comes my way from some of the little 6 and 7 year old bullies that live in my neighbourhood. But I'm over it, you know. Hopefully it's just temporary. I mean, it'll be pretty fucked if it's not, if this lasts forever. But I've been assured that it should only be for a few days. We'll see. I expected swelling. I didn't expect my head to look like this. But I expected some swelling. I put on an headband. That was a bad idea, don't do that. I got that advice from some gimp in another hair transplant video. Don't wear a headband. All that does is it just keeps the anaesthetic and the swelling in one area, and as soon as you take it off, it'll just start dropping anyway. So I think the best thing to do is just let it work its way out. So there's an outlier within my journey so far, which I didn't stumble across when I was researching this procedure, post-procedure, you know, there's many basics like the swelling, like how uncomfortable it feels, like not being able to touch the grafts, how to wash it. All the basic stuff is covered in most of the videos, but I had a personal experience that I don't think has been shared before, and it's quite a critical one. It's definitely one that shouldn't be overlooked. So I hope you found this information insightful, and if you are in the situation that I found myself in, perhaps what I tell you can help you. So blood pressure is a common concern. Blood pressure is a concern, I think, for about a third of the population, which is pretty fucking insane, right? A third of the population has some sort of issue with their blood pressure. The possibilities of having a stroke from hypertensive blood pressure is when your systolic, which is your top number, is at 180, and your diastolic, which is your lower number, which is the pressure of your vessels when your heart's at rest, if that's at about 110. I used to know the units, but I'm just not that smart. But 110 lower number, 180 higher number, that's when you're in trouble. You know, that's when doctors typically see people have strokes. My blood pressure was fucking 150 over 110. I carry a blood pressure monitor with me, right? You might find that weird, but it's just something that I do because I'm attentive to my blood pressure. You know, family history, and with it being an actual pandemic versus this Mickey Mouse shit that's going on right now. So I'm attentive to my blood pressure. When I go back to the hotel from the operation, or for the next day, which was just a rest day and a follow-up day, which would have been day 1 post, and then day 2 was travelling post operation, day 3 yesterday, and this morning day 4. And my blood pressure was out of control all fucking 3 or 4 days. Thankfully, my Medikit, I have, I think they're called diastolic. It's some beta blocker, which has an effect on blood pressure, lowers the blood pressure. So I popped a couple of them, I think they were 10 milligrams per tablet. So about 20 milligrams total I had for the last 2 or 3 days, and it brought my blood pressure down to not a scary number. I definitely wasn't normal, you know, I wasn't 120 over 80, but it was a lot more comfortable. It was like 135 over 90. And you know, that's the outlier that happened to me. There's 3 potential causes, in my opinion, on why the blood pressure spike has happened. The first one is reaction to the anaesthesia. A little bit of research led me to find that post anaesthesia, from 12 to 48 hours after anaesthesia, your body can see that as a threat, and the anaesthesia can spike your blood pressure, but that usually would die out after about 48 hours. Like I said, I still had this going on. Well, this morning was the first time I haven't had to take pills, and this morning it was 130 over 80. First thing this morning when I'm laid in bed. Previously it'd been 150 over 100, 150 over 110 first thing when I woke up. So day 4, which is well over 48 hours, so I don't think it was the anaesthetic. The second is the medication, and the medication you get is pretty much the same across the board when you have, not the same brand, but the same function. You're going to get an antibiotic after you have this procedure. You're going to get some sort of anti-inflammatory to help with the swelling, a painkiller, and maybe something else. But they're the main three. And the anti-inflammatory is known for spiking blood pressure, and paracetamol can also spike blood pressure. I knew that before the procedure, before the problems. So when I saw this on the morning of day 2, I stopped taking my meds to see if it had an effect on the blood pressure. The morning of day 3 was still the same. So I just got back on the antibiotics, which are by far the most important. Stopped taking the painkillers. I mean, it's not that much pain now, so it's not a big deal. And yeah, maybe I should have kept on the anti-swelling pills, the anti-inflammatory pills, but I'd rather look like this for a few days than be at risk of something going wrong with my heart. So back on the antibiotics, been back on them since day 3, and the spray. That's all I'm using right now. So yeah, that's number 2. Number 3, and this is the one that I'm leaning towards. Earlier on in this video, I mentioned that the worst thing about the procedure was the anaesthetic and being stabbed in the head. And I say stabbed in the head, I mean, like, that's probably a little bit too graphic. Or, you know, painting a picture that's incorrect. But they have got a little needle that they prick in the back of your head so many times, and each prick unleashes this anaesthetic. Some people react differently. Their tolerance for it is different. And it's not even a pain tolerance, it's a feel tolerance for how anaesthetic feels when it goes into you. Some people feel like this warm, burning sensation. I felt like straight up pain I hadn't experienced before. Like, it was making my arms twitch, and my lower leg was spasming when this, not the prick, but when the anaesthetic went into my head. And that was happening, man, I'm 30 to 35 times. That's just in the back of the head, right? Then halfway through, after they've extracted, they have to put anaesthetic in the front of your head. So I've gone through this pain, and your body is a hell of a tool, right? The functionality of the human body is fantastic. And what it does when it recognizes trauma or pain or stress is it reacts to that stress or that pain. And the reaction that my body's had is it's flu. You know, whether it's the fight or flight terminology, I might be misusing that here, but my body flew. My blood pressure went massive because of the pain, I believe. And pain, stress, anxiety, and trauma-related blood pressure spikes, they can take a while to steady out and go back to normal. So yeah, that's my opinion on what caused it. You know, it definitely caused it. You know, everybody reacts differently. There's a reason why I haven't seen this discussed after an FUE hair transplant, probably because it's so rare. You know, maybe I'm one of them rare exceptions that reacts oddly to anaesthetic being punctured into the back of your head. So everybody reacts differently. You know, some people will get through this, minimal problems. You know, it'll just be a little bit of discomfort for 4 or 5 days, and then back to normal. You know, I see a lot of them testimonials of it not being a problem. You know, some people are going to get excessive swelling, like myself. Some people are going to feel the pain more than others. You know, some people are going to be extremely itchy, and I feel sorry for them people. I'm a little bit itchy. I want to scratch the fuck out of my head right now. And it's taking a lot of willpower not to do it. I mean, this thing's nice because you just spray it all over the place. It kind of relieves the itchiness a little bit. I get the back of the head a little, and you know, it gives some relief. I'm currently doing that one every half an hour. My summary with this. Oh, let me just wipe the water on my face. It was a stupid idea spraying it with a towel. Ooh. Yeah, so the summary to this is, you know, don't treat this like it's a small procedure. It is a small procedure in comparison to some of the mega monsters of procedures that you can have. But this is still a 7, 8, 9 hour procedure. It still requires a bunch of doctors, tools, time, effort, chemicals to put in your body. And they're moving parts of your body from one area to another. And there's no definitive conclusion in any book, any science or human body book that says this is exactly how your body will react when we take something from a donor area and put it into a new area. You know, everybody's going to react differently. You know, so it's still surgery. Bottom line is, it's still surgery. This is a moot point if you got enough money in your back pocket and you can go to the clinic around the corner, you know, and drop 20 grand on an hair transplant. But I expect the majority of the people watching this video that's titled Hair Transplant in Mexico, A, are not from Mexico, and B, are trying to find out how to do it cheaply. So you're going to be in my situation where you're not going to have that 20 grand doctor in England or America. That's probably going to keep you overnight or over 2 nights and keep an eye on your vitals and make sure that you're reacting how you're supposed to react and your body's behaving. You're not going to have that. You're going to go in, they're going to talk to you, you're going to have your surgery, and then you're going to leave. And then it's on you. And it's on you to check your shit. If I didn't check my blood pressure, I'd have never known. I'd have never known. And that's not a good thing. You know, like I didn't feel any different when I had 150 over 110. But I just knew that I needed to check it. And I was like, fuck, this isn't good. And that's when I had to self-medicate, and luckily enough I had meds with me in my medipack. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the day 4 video. Said a little bit of swelling, a little bit of name calling, a little bit of blood pressure issues, and hopefully sharing something with somebody that will need to know this at some point. And hopefully my findings can, I mean shit, I'm not a fucking superhero, I'm not trying to save a life, but I'm just trying to enlighten the next guy. Till day 5. I haven't started to regret it yet, but I'm close. What pain in the fucking ass. I don't know if this is necessary, but I'll do it anyway. Sinuses from the swelling. Eyes look like shit from the swelling. The swelling's better, but I'm telling you, it's starting to be a pain in the ass. Sleep is awful. I haven't slept good since the operation. Just waking up, stopping myself from itching myself. Pain in the ass. Day 5. Fuck it.
US Highway 70 West. Ladies and gentlemen. Get out of here.
Morning YouTube. Much better day today. I woke up with a little bit of swelling. Nothing too crazy. I woke up with a little bit of a headache. Nothing that ibuprofen didn't fix. First day that I've gone outside for more than 10 minutes. I actually took a drive somewhere to run an errand with my dog, Bevy.
but nothing really too much to report here, apart from the swelling going down and everything looking to be a-okay. You know, I'm continuing the treatment that was recommended with the spray. I finish my antibiotics tomorrow, so tomorrow will be my last day on antibiotics, and tomorrow will be day 7 post recovery. Yeah, the only thing that has changed is a slight irritability, wanting to give it a good scratch, you know, and just feel it. Like, you're not supposed to touch them aggressively for 2 weeks, but like just an odd little touch like this, I just do because, you know, I don't want to. I don't know, it's a bit weird really, but it's there, it's new, and I kind of just want to touch them. So, I feel a bit weird. But I'll tell you what, now the swelling's gone down on my head, I can see the shape of what my head's going to look like with an hairline. I'm fucking excited. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be transformation year 2021. But yeah, we're happy with it. Day 6.